Redskins are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Saints, who will need to solve that secondary. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offensive starters time, Charles, for the Washington Redskins.
Let's look at Josh Dotson, the wide receiver out of TCU. Grew up in Fort Worth. His mom works at the university as a vice president. He actually went to Wyoming first, transferred back to TCU, and boy, is he a high flyer. Throw it up in the air, he'll go up and get it.
Here we go! Ohio!
And they give this time to the tailback. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
How about the defensive linemen? That's where a good run defense begins, with the guys up front. When they hold the line, hold the point of attack, that allows everyone else to get there and make tackles.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. The headshots here of the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So they're able to connect and beat the man coverage.
Nice job between the two of them. One getting downfield, the other one delivering.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting through. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 5. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Textbook defense. Nowhere to go for the runner. They get there. They make the tackle. Play over.
We've got a 3rd and 11. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, Now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's a sloppy beginning for him. An interception on their opening drive and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start. And against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
And some room to work. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Second down, Winston. He's got time. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
3rd and long for Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
The play action fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A first down throw for Winston. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Play action now, Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, Winston. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Winston from the gun on third down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Play fake. Winston. Look